Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether it's on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and don't forget to follow on social media as well, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, and X. And again, thank you to all those who have been following through, whether it's on YouTube, social media, Apple, and as well as Spotify. Greatly do appreciate it. Well, I know it's only been a couple hours since we last talked, and a lot has happened since then. Another win for Manchester United today. I did my episode post-game of their win against Aston Villa. They won 4-1 for the women's squad, and now it's the men's turn. And the men winning today 3-2 against Arsenal. It's been a week for Manchester United against Arsenal. Women's squad winning on Wednesday to get themselves to the final for the League Cup, beating Arsenal 1-0, and then us today playing very well. First half was a little, questionable, but the second half, everyone seemed to be a little bit better today. I shouldn't say the whole first half, but it looks like one-sided with Arsenal at the beginning. As always, this is the post game for that match. Player ratings will come later on. But listen, in the end, it is great for Manchester United. It is a great day. It's a great day for the club. It's a great day for the men's squad. It's a great day for the women's squad, as I just mentioned. But for everything that's been going on with the men's squad over the last few weeks, it has been, it's great. We're seeing them. Well, it's been 2 games since the new interim came in, since Carrick came in. So, but in the end, 2 wins against the number 1 and number 2 teams in the league, winning the derby last week and then winning today. And you can say one or two things. Yes, the own goal sucks. Sucks for Martinez. Trying to defend and clear out that corner and letting that in is tough too. But the Mbeumo goal was great. The pressing that the United did to get that goal and force him to make an error to get the goal. The control of Bruno and the give and go between him and Dorgu, and then Dorgu finishing that worldie going bar down. And then Cunha carrying and then just finishing it and striping it after we had just given up that goal on the corner to Arsenal when they drew it. So to say it was an exciting game, but for them to come out, finish, and get back what we needed. We needed the win. We needed the points. And it helps. Again, there's 3 minutes in between the final 2 goals, and we had to close it. We needed it. This is great resilience to fight. It is. And you can say calls this, calls that. Either way, there's calls on either side. But we showed up today, and we didn't back down. We didn't. And this is the one thing I've been saying, even with Amorim, this was different compared to the last year or two when it was either on Ten Hag or other managers. When it got tough, we fell apart. And Arsenal scored first off of that own goal. We retaliated with the Mbeumo off the turnover. We then came with what Dorgu did, getting the lead. We gave back we drew. We gave up a goal, and we're now tied. So you're wondering, are we going to end this game in a draw? And then Cunha with a little pass from Mainu, Cunha taking the ball, and then just finishing with a world-class goal to just seal it. And then the team themselves closing it out defensively. It was there. It was. And I am happy for this. I am happy with this win. I am happy that we moved up in points. That's great. Am I relieved in top 4 right now? Not really, because the season hasn't ended yet. It's great that we've won the last 2. It's great that we're now in that hypothetical Champions League spot. But it's still, we haven't ended January yet. We still have, 15 games to go. So we have that going on. So a lot can change in the next 15 games. And I don't want to sound negative. I don't. But this doesn't guarantee that we are in Champions League at the end of the season. This is just giving us a hope of, hey, we can finally get things going. It's great. We always do show up against big clubs. We do. We've seen it before when we played City, Arsenal. We've shown up. And like today, yes, it's great, but next week we play Fulham. The week after that, we're against Leeds. I believe the week after that, where are we? Let me just get my fixtures up here for the squad with their schedule. Fulham, Tottenham. Sorry, I thought it was Leeds. Fulham, Tottenham, West Ham are our next 3 games. Those are our next 3. It's great that we did this, but can we replicate that against Fulham? Can we replicate that against Tottenham? Can we replicate it against West Ham? To the teams that have been playing okay? Because again, it's great that we stuck it to the number 1 and number 2 team in the league, but can we stick it to Fulham, Tottenham, and Man City, or West Ham? And not only that, we have Everton, we have Palace again, Newcastle. We have opportunities here to start rising and maintaining and hopefully separating. But at the same time, too, can we replicate that? We have had troubles downplaying certain teams. Fulham might be one, Tottenham might be another, West Ham, yes. But right now we have to rebound and get ourselves back. Like, sure, maybe in a magical world, Michael Carrick wins the next 15. Let's say we went 17-0 magically somehow. It would be incredible. It would be. Because what we have 45, yeah. It would be remarkable if we did that. But we're in a tough spot. We are. The one thing is we're done playing Arsenal, we're done playing Man City, so we won't be facing them again. We still have Villa that's coming up in March. We still have another match against Liverpool. We're going to be now facing Fulham. Again, we're on the repeat now of round 2s against other teams. So we do have to do a lot. Now, going back to the game, and so I do apologize for that off track here, but it is important. But going back to it, the first half looked like a struggle. It did. It looks like because we could barely make it out of our end. We had problems struggling a pass. We had problems struggling movement. And at one point, I think we hadn't even completed a pass in their half yet. Then along came the goal, and then you're wondering, okay, how can we respond? They responded quickly, which is great. What was the time difference between? We responded a few minutes later, and then half we're tied. It is tough that it was an old goal. It is. Listen, the save, everything, it was tough. The second goal, the corner, Lemans tried to go for it. Looks like he fell. They tried to clear it out. Sesko tried to get it out, but the ball had just broken over it. So they did what they could defensively. So, and then, listen, that was when they drew it up. But the one thing, too, is Arteta, after we had scored with Dorgu, the substitutions that he had made to get on. And listen, he did what he had to do to get everything going. They tied it, and then 3 minutes later, we just did what we had to do. Cunha did what he does. And we saw that at Wolves as well. But listen, it was a great game, to say the least. Please remember that there are still issues at this club. We still have the Wilcox, the owners, that are an issue. Next Sunday is the protest with the Fulham game. They're expecting between 5,000 and 6,000 fans to be there for the protest. So please be there. We're not signing anyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the transfer window. We know that now. So please don't fall for the spins from the ownership. Don't fall for anything that's going on right now. 2 wins in a row are great. It is. Yes, it's Arsenal and City, But right now, we're still in that area of concern. There's still issues with the club. The ownership needs to be changed. Wilcox and the board need to go still. There is multiple issues still going on within the club, and wins can hide it. And there's still people talking about Ruben Amorim. They're talking about the whole Ruben Amorim and Manu thing. To me, Manu today was okay. He didn't like, one thing that was driving me nuts was there were lanes there for Manu to carry the ball up further. And that was concerning. He would go up and just do a short pass or pass it back. We talk about what he has done, but when he's had those open spaces to go and carry the ball, he doesn't take control of it. And he did look slow when trying to, like, he was going at his pace to control, which we get it. But at the same time too, when we're facing someone like Arsenal and we're trying to do something in transition and try to move, for you can take that opportunity to get the ball moving, get the ball transitioning up to our attack. There were spaces and there was lanes there, and unfortunately, it did not. It looks like, I'm just going to leave it there. But today, Manu was just average. He was. He didn't break open the game. He didn't make any costly mistakes. But today he was just average. He was like Diego Dolo, just average today. Yes, he got the assist, but just realistically, he wasn't the world beater that people are making him out to be. He played an average game today, and I heard the media today, like them saying, I can't believe Amorim can we just drop the Amorim agenda? He was sacked. He wasn't sacked because of Manu. He was sacked because he stood up. Can we move on from that? It's great that we've won these 2 games, but again, these games don't matter if we drop the next couple. They don't. Your next thing is important. Like, the next thing is winning the next game, because this game isn't as important as the next one. That next one, if what we do there is more important than this. You can talk about, we've changed managers and Carrick's won 2 in a row, but we have to do what's next. So please remember what is still going on. I don't want to take anything away from this win. It was a great win. It was a staple, but there are still issues there. There are. We're still out of tournaments. This is the only football that we have for the rest of that's it for the rest of the season. No FA Cup, nothing. They're not there. So, okay, player ratings. Let's go into player ratings for today. Martinez, I'm going to give a 6.8. Or no, Martinez 6.8. Maguire, I'll give a 7. He played very well today. Shaw, 6.8. Delo, 6.2. He was okay today. Ahmad, I think I'll keep it at 6.8. He did play very well today. Bruno, 7.5. Casemiro, 6.8. Manu, he got the assist in the final goal. Again, like he was average. So I'll give him a 6.5. Mbuemo, 7.5. Dorgu, I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was great today. Lemens, 7.3. Cunha, 7.5. Big impact. Sesko, 6. Mazraoui, 6. But yeah, that's my player ratings. Overall, again, happy with the win. It was a hard fought win. I was happy that we were able to close it out. Listen, it was a tough one. It was, but the fact that they battled back and never quit and showed resilience. And listen, they're playing the style of football that fits to them. For some of them, the counter. And listen, having Cunha come off the bench is great, especially in scenarios like this where he can just go out and close it. He did. He put it on his shoulders and just sealed the deal right there. Him and Dorgu with both worldies. Dorgu again has been fantastic. Let's just take a look here for a second. And one thing too is I hope Dorgu is healthy. He did pull a little bit of a hamstring. Let's just take a look here. So goals, Newcastle City, assist. Let's just check all of his stats. Just checking his stats. That's Europe. Chelsea an assist. Yeah, so 3 goals, 3 assists on the season. He's been fantastic, and having him change to that position has been great too. So he has been, I think, he was fantastic today, Dorgu. To me, I thought he was brilliant today. I do, and especially when he tracks back and like plays 2 ways, he is fantastic. But yeah, that's it for today. I will be back on Tuesday with a new episode, catching up on the squad, especially within the women's squad as well. Both doubleheader again next Sunday. So my post game for the women's game will be later. I'll probably do a combined post game because the women's game is at 6:55 again, and then right at 9:00 we jump into the men's game against Fulham. So literally back to back. So we have that going on. So it's a great doubleheader today for Manchester United, but we're doing it again next week as well. And then the men's, let's just check. Finish off with the men's squad. Yeah, so we have Fulham and then Tottenham as well. So yeah, it's all. It sucks that we don't have as many games as we should, and I know losing out on the Carbo and as well as the FA Cup sucks. But that's on the players, that's on those who didn't show up. But listen, we're on a roll. We have 2 games in a row, which is great. But can we replicate this next Sunday against Fulham once everything has calmed down? And the one thing too is, I'm sure I'm going to talk about this on Tuesday's episode. I'm sure we're going to hear spins from the next couple of days and all that stuff. So but that's for Tuesday's episode. But again, today it is a great day for Manchester United, for the women's squad and for the men's squad, both with wins, both much needed wins, which is what they've obtained, both sitting in 4th in their respective tables. We beat Arsenal this week. Both squads did. So yes, it is a good week for Manchester United as a whole. Well, for the games as a whole, with everything going on, we know what's going on. But yes, I'll talk to you guys Tuesday. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, whether on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. And then don't forget to follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.